Have you ever noticed how humans can be absolute geniuses in everything except their own lives? Like, we know someone is toxic. We know a habit is hurting us. We know we deserve better. And still, we run straight back into the same chaos like it's a seasonal sale. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something painfully relatable. Why humans repeat toxic patterns knowingly. Not accidentally, not unknowingly, knowingly. Let's break down the psychology behind it, because there are real, deep reasons your brain keeps dragging you back into the same mess over and over again. Here's the hook. We don't repeat toxic patterns because we love pain. We repeat them because they feel familiar. And your brain would rather choose familiar suffering than unknown peace. Let's get into it. Reason number 1, your brain is addicted to familiarity. Your brain loves what it already knows, even if what it knows is dysfunction. If you grew up around chaos, inconsistency, or emotional roller coasters, your brain thinks that is normal love. So when someone treats you calmly, gently, respectfully, your brain gets confused like, excuse me, where is the drama? Where is the emotional turbulence? Why is this person not stressing me out? This feels suspicious. The brain doesn't seek healthy. The brain seeks familiar. So you keep choosing the same toxic patterns because they match the emotional blueprint your mind grew up with. Reason number 2. You mistake anxiety for chemistry. This one hurts. Some people think intense emotions equal passion, mixed signals equal attraction, inconsistency equals excitement. So when someone toxic gives you unpredictable attention, emotional highs and lows, the thrill of uncertainty, your brain releases dopamine and adrenaline, making it feel like a romantic spark. But that's not chemistry. That's your nervous system having a panic attack and calling it love. Reason number 3. You're trying to fix an old wound through new people. This one's deep. Humans subconsciously repeat toxic patterns because we're trying to recreate an old emotional story and finally win this time. If someone in your past ignored you, abandoned you, belittled you, made you chase love, made you feel unworthy, your mind finds similar people as an adult hoping to finally get the love you never received. It's not attraction, it's unfinished trauma. You're not choosing them, your wounds are. Reason number 4, you confuse intensity with meaning. Healthy love is calm, stable, peaceful. But to someone used to chaos, peace feels boring. So when a toxic person gives you intensity, the passion, the fights, the makeup moments, the emotional roller coaster, it feels meaningful. But that's not meaning. That's emotional turbulence wearing a romantic mask. Stable love isn't boring. Your nervous system is just not used to it. Reason number 5. You secretly believe you don't deserve better. A lot of people stay stuck in toxic patterns because deep down, they don't feel worthy of something healthier. You accept the love you think you deserve. And if your sense of self is damaged, you'll settle for crumbs and call it a feast. You'll think, I guess this is the best I'll get. This is how people love. At least they care sometimes. At least they didn't leave completely. Low self-worth doesn't ask for more. It tries to survive with less. Reason number 6. The toxic pattern gives you a sense of control. This one's sneaky. When you choose something predictable, even if it's painful, you feel in control. You know how the story ends. You know the pattern already. You know how to respond. But choosing something healthy, something unfamiliar, something uncertain, That requires vulnerability. And vulnerability feels dangerous. So humans repeat old pain because they know the rules of that game, even if the game is destroying them. Reason number 7, you romanticize potential instead of accepting reality. Toxic patterns stick because you keep hoping the person or situation will change. You see their good moments, their soft side, their excuses, their promises, their potential, and you fall in love with the idea of what it could be, not what it actually is. Hope becomes your emotional drug, and potential becomes your prison. Reason number 8, you're emotionally conditioned to chase, not receive. Some people grew up learning that love must be earned. They think, if I try harder, they'll finally love me. If I fix myself, they'll stop hurting me. If I stay long enough, they'll change. So they get addicted to proving their worth instead of receiving love freely. Healthy love feels too easy, and easy feels wrong. Reason number 9, you don't know what healthy looks like. You can't choose what you've never seen. If all you know is instability, inconsistency, arguments, emotional distance, manipulation, unpredictability, then real affection feels foreign. You can't pick healthy love until you learn what healthy love actually feels like. So what's the real truth? Humans don't repeat toxic patterns because they're weak. They repeat them because their brain is addicted to the familiar. Their wounds are choosing for them. Their nervous system is shaped by their past. Their self-worth is damaged. They confuse intensity with love. They fear the unknown. They're chasing healing through repetition. The good news is, once you understand why you repeat the pattern, you gain the power to break it. Healing isn't about avoiding toxic people. Healing is about becoming the version of yourself that no longer finds them attractive. You're not stuck. You're learning. And one day, you'll choose differently, not because you should, but because you finally can.